You know what really grinds my gears?
Hello everybody, Eric M and Twins 20 here. Time for another song review. And in this one, I'm going to do my top 20 Fleetwood Mac songs. I've liked Fleetwood Mac. They came out in the early 70s, maybe in the 60s. I'm strictly doing the Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks version of Fleetwood Mac. I'm not doing anything with before that. It's just the bulk from their first album, Fleetwood Mac album, all the way to their live album, The Dance. Hope you guys enjoy this one. And we're going to start with number 20 on my list, and it's Over My Head.
You can take me to paradise, and then again you can be cold as ice. I'm over my head, but it sure feels nice.
From the Fleetwood Mac album, this is Over My Head. Written by Christine McVie, Over My Head was the band's first single to reach the Hot 100 since Oh Well, ending a 6-year dry spell on the American charts. Christine composed the song using a portable Hohner electric piano in a small apartment in Malibu, California, where she and then-husband John McVie, the bassist for Fleetwood Mac, resided. After completing a concert tour to promote Heroes Are Hard to Find, which is the previous album. The lyrics were inspired by her relationship with bandmate Lindsey Buckingham. Quote, I think it was based on a sort of fantasy about Lindsey, really. I think that it was sort of an ode to the gorgeous Lindsey at the time. The original rhythm track consists of just vocals, drums, and a dobro. Other instruments were added later to embellish the song, including McVie's Vox. In the United States, Reprise Records selected Over My Head as the lead single from the 1975 album, a decision that surprised McVie, who believed that Over My Head was an unlikely choice for a single. Nevertheless, the song reached number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in early 76. The single's success helped the group's album to sell 8 million units. Chart performance, only a North American hit song, number 9 on the RPM top singles charts, number 30 on the AC RPM charts, and top 30 on the AC US chart, 20 on the Hot 100, 18 on Cashbox. A decent song from Fleetwood Mac.
If I live to see the 7 wonders, I'll make a prayer to the rainbow's end. I'll never live to match the beauty of care. Rainbow's
From the 1987 album Tango in the Night, this is 7 Wonders. Stevie Nicks sang lead vocals on the song, and it was written by Sandy Stewart, with additional lyrics by Stevie Nicks. In the song, the singer remembers a love affair from her past. She sings that even if she could live to see the 7 wonders of the world, doing so would not compare to the beauty of that romance. The song was released in June of 1987 by Warner Brothers as the second single from the album. The single became the second of 4 U.S. top 20s from the album, peaking at number 19 on the Hot 100 on August 15th of 1987. The accompanying music video, Stevie Nicks is singing at the center of the stage with the other band members of Fleetwood Mac around her, playing their instruments and contributing vocals. On a background diorama, sketches of 7 wonders are pictured, including the Taj Mahal, the Roman Colosseum, and the Great Sphinx of Giza. Greek pillars are also placed around the stage. Cashbox said Nick's distinctive raspy voice buzzes over the song's tranquil lyrics and sterling production. The Guardian and Paste ranked the song number 20 and number 10 respectively on their lists of the 30 greatest Fleetwood Mac songs ever. Worldwide success, the highest it got anywhere was number 2 on the U.S. mainstream rock track, number 8 on the AC, or excuse me, the AC RPM Canadian track, and it was middle of the road everywhere else. A minor hit from Tango in the Night, but a damn good song.
Looking out for love in the night so still. Oh, how build you a kingdom in that house on the hill. Looking out for love, big, big love. You said that you love me.
First single from the Tangled in the Night album, this is Big Love. Lindsey Buckingham leads vocals on this one. Single was a hit in American dance charts, with the song peaked at number 7. Reaching number 5 in the US and number 9 in the UK. The song was re-released, re-performed on the live album, the 1997 album, The Dance. That's the version you're hearing just now. The original version is pretty good, but I like the live version better. It's just a stripped down acoustic version of Lindsey on stage playing the guitar while everybody else is off stage taking a break. It's great. I love it. After Buckingham left Fleetwood Mac in 1987, shortly after the album was released, the band did not perform Big Love live until his return in 1997. It was in 93, on his first solo tour, that Buckingham performed a guitar-only version of the song, where Buckingham played Big Love live. He used a gutted Gibson Chet Atkins SST with a capo on the 4th fret and a synth pickup. When he performed the song in 1997 in the same style for Fleetwood Mac's live album The Dance, the song also appeared on the second volume of Cameron Crowe's Elizabethtown film soundtrack. Buckingham continues to perform the song to date on tour solos as well as his Fleetwood Mac tours, where he's obviously no longer with Fleetwood Mac. They broke up again several years ago. I love the song. I love the stripped down version. The album version's okay, but it's definitely an 80s dated song. I love the way he did it afterwards in 97 with the acoustic guitar. It's just perfect. That's perfection. It was a top 10 on multiple tracks or charts worldwide. Middle of the Road and a couple others. It's a decent song. From the self-titled Fleetwood Mac album, this is Rhiannon. Written by Stevie Nicks and originally recorded by the band in 1975, it was issued as a single the following year. Song's U.S. chart peak was in June of 76 when they hit number 11. Song peaked at number 46 in the UK singles chart for 3 weeks after re-release in February of 78. Rhiannon was voted 488 in the 500 greatest songs of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. Also ranked the song number 6 on their list of the 50 greatest Fleetwood Mac songs. When Stevie performed the song live, she often included it by saying, quote, "This is a song about an old Welsh witch." It was number 4 on Canada's 2 music charts, 13th in Australia, 16 on the Dutch singles chart, number 11 on the Hot 100, 33 on the EC chart, and 9th on the Cash Box. Absolutely one of their signature songs, one of their best.
For you, there'll be no more crying. For you, the sun will be shining. And I feel that when
From the 1977 album Rumors, this is Songbird. Released as a B-side to the single Dreams, it was one of the 4 songs originally written solely by Christina McVie for the album. McVie frequently sang the song at the end of Fleetwood Mac concerts. McVie wrote Songbird in half an hour around midnight, but didn't want anyone around to record it. To ensure she did not forget the chord structure and melody, McVie remained awake the entire night. The next day, McVie played the song for producer Ken Kalat. He loved the track and suggested she record it alone in a concert-style approach. Their first venue of choice, the Berkeley Community Theater, was unavailable, so the band instead booked the Zellerbach Auditorium for March 3rd, 1976. To create the appropriate ambience, Calabat ordered a bouquet of flowers to place on McVie's piano. He then requested 3 spotlights to illuminate the flowers from above. When she arrived at the auditorium, the house lights were dimmed, so her attention was brought to the illuminated flowers on the piano. For the recording session, 15 microphones were placed around the auditorium to capture the performance. The recording session went into the next morning due to the difficulty of recording the song live in one take. Lindsey Buckingham strummed an acoustic guitar offstage to keep the tempo. Released in the UK and US only, number 27 in the UK, number 26 on the US digital sales chart, and number 9 on the US rock digital singles chart. Absolutely beautiful song. This is Christine's magnum opus for her songwriting abilities. When she passed away this past year, the song was performed live in tribute to her, in memory, at the Grammys. I don't remember who sang it. I think it was it Sheryl Crow? Okay, so it was Sheryl Crow, Bonnie Raitt, and Mick Fleetwood who came to the Grammys in 2023 for the tribute. And beautiful tribute. Beautiful song.
You could be my silver spring, blue-green colors flashing. I would be your only dream. You're shining on an ocean crashing. And did you say she was free?
Recorded for the 1977 album Rumors, but became a B-side to the song Go Your Own Way. This is Silver Springs. Live version was released as a single in 1997 for The Dance. That version of the song, which you just heard, was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with vocals in 1998. Written by Stevie Nicks, Silver Springs was intended for the album Rumors. Years after the fact, Nicks commented that the song's exclusion from the album marked a growing tension in the band. The track describes Nicks' perspective on the ending of the romantic relationship between her and lead guitarist Lindsey Buckingham. She said, quote, I wrote Silver Springs about Lindsey, and we were in Maryland somewhere driving under a freeway sign that said Silver Springs, Maryland. And I love the name Silver Springs. Sounded like a pretty fabulous place to me. And you'll be my Silver Springs. That's just a whole symbolic thing of what you could have been to me. I remember the end of that performance in 97. I remember performance in general. She was singing the end, and she's looking at the crowd singing, and then when they go back and forth, they're trading lyrics. She's doing most of the work. Lindsey's singing back up, and she's looking at Lindsey. He's looking at her. They sing, and then at the end, the song ends, and then they both go for a hug and a kiss. So it was kind of like it was kind of sweet. Obviously they have a very documented history with their love affair with one another, but to this day they still remain good friends, and it's a beautiful song. Chart positioning, it was middle of the road. The best it did was top 5 on the US AC charts, and it was middle of the road everywhere else. But it was a beautiful song. Stevie did an amazing job on that song.
Nothing to say. Someone has taken my place. When times go bad, when times go rough, won't you lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff? I know got nothing on you. I know there's nothing to do when times go bad. You can't
Lead track from the 1977 album Rumors. This is Secondhand News. This was a frontrunner for the lead single of the album, Rumors. According to author Jacob Hoy, its opening lines, I know there's nothing to say, someone has taken my place, set the mood for the entire album. Secondhand News was one of several songs on Rumors that reflects the romantic breakup of Buckingham and bandmate Stevie Nicks. The song was inspired by the redemption Buckingham was finding in other women after their failed relationship with Nicks. He sings that although he does not trust his lover and cannot live with her, he cannot live without her either. Fleetwood Mac biographer Donald Brackett highlights the irony of lines such as, quote, one thing I think you should know, I ain't gonna miss you when you go, end quote. Absolutely love this song. And it was not released as a single. It is one of very few songs from the album that wasn't released. It has a certification in the UK for silver for 200,000 units sold. And it looks like it was covered by an artist by the name of Julianne Taylor in 2000 from her album Racing the Clouds Home. I love this song. It's a great song. I love to crank it up in the car when I'm listening to it. It's a good song. I like it.
I'm so afraid the way I feel. Days when the rain and the sun are gone. Black as night, aching is strong and my heart too long. So afraid, sleeping I fall and I die.
From the self-titled Fleetwood Mac album, this is I'm So Afraid. The song was intended for a second Buckingham Nicks album, but the album never came to fruition. Like all collaborations composed on Fleetwood Mac's 75 album, I'm So Afraid was written before Buckingham joined Fleetwood Mac. Quote, it made the process of cutting the first album much easier than it would have been otherwise, working with people we'd never worked with before. In his 2014 autobiography, Play On, Mick Fleetwood said that Buckingham had labored over the song for 4 years and had gotten the harmony of the guitar parts so in tune they were a virtual orchestra unto themselves. I'm So Afraid it's the final track on the album and was a B-side to the song Over My Head. It was a hard rock song, a typical from Fleetwood Mac songs, at least following the Peter Green era, but it quickly became a live staple showcasing Buckingham's guitar licks. The studio version of the song is in G natural minor, but live version is usually transposed down to F natural minor. The song was redone live on the 1997 album, the one you just heard, and absolutely phenomenal guitar work. Lindsay does an amazing job, rips the house down, fans go nuts. That's one of my favorite guitar performances he did. The live recording from the dance was included in an edited form on the US 2002 and UK 9 release of the Greatest Hits compilation. Basically, they cut it down. But the live version that's on the long version that they played on that concert, that's on CD in 97. Absolutely amazing. You got to hear the whole thing if you haven't yet. Absolutely beautiful. Not released as a single. Which is a shame because it's a great song. One of his best guitar performances of all time.
'Cause when the loving starts and the lights go down, and there's not another living soul around, you woo me until the sun comes up, and you say that you love me.
From the 75 self-titled album, this is Say You Love Me. Song peaked at number 11 on the Hot 100 for 3 weeks. Named one of the band's most recognizable songs. Its success helped the group's 1975 album sell over 8 million copies worldwide. In the United Kingdom, the song was the fourth single from the album, but the first to chart, peaking at number 40 on the UK singles chart in September of 76. In Canada, Shirley Eckhard covered Say You Love Me and released it as a single several weeks in advance of Fleetwood Mac in June of 76. Her version became a Canadian top 40, peaking at number 34. Fleetwood Mac's version, released only a few weeks later, peaked at number 29. It was a minor hit in the United States, 40 in the UK singles charts, 11th on the Hot 100, number 12 on the AC, 12th on the Cash Box. One of their signature songs, absolutely love it. On the live version in 97, they did something they'd never done before. They actually got John McVie to sing vocals on it, and he did a pretty good job too. Everybody contributed on that song, vocally and performance, and one of their signature cornerstone songs. Great song.
Wait a minute, baby. Stay with me a while. Said you give me life, but you never told me about the fire.
From the 1979 album Tusk, this is Sarah. Written by Stevie Nicks. Released as a single in 1979. The vinyl version length is 6 minutes, 22 seconds long. The edited single version is only 4 minutes and 37 seconds long. Song peaked at number 7 on the US, 3 weeks. Number 37 in the UK for 2 weeks. Number 11 in Australia, number 12 in Canada. Speaking in a radio interview on the Friday Rock Show with Tommy Vance in the early 90s, Stevie said the song was partially written about her good friend Sarah Ricord, who later married Nicks' ex-lover and bandmate Mick Fleetwood. However, Nicks' former boyfriend Don Henley claimed the song was about their unborn child. In 1979, Stevie Nicks said that if I ever had a little girl, I will name her Sarah. It's a very special name to me. In a 2014 Billboard interview, Nicks said, I married Don and had the baby, and had she been a girl, I would have named her Sarah. It's accurate, but it's not the entirety of it, end quote. In his 2014 autobiography, Mick Fleetwood agreed to the suggestion that the song referred to an affair with a friend named Sarah, which ended his own relationship with Nicks. Fleetwood and Nicks had been involved in a romantic relationship since the late 70s. The lyrics, quote, and he was good just like a great dark wing within the wings of a storm, end quote, referring to Fleetwood being in an emotional comfort zone for Nicks following her breakup with fellow band member Lindsey Buckingham. Although the relationship was not exclusive on either side, Fleetwood states that Nicks became upset when she learned of Fleetwood's relationship with her best friend Sarah. The relationship effectively ended the romance between Nicks and Fleetwood. I love the song. The highest it got, number 3 on the AC RPM chart in Canada, number 7 on the Hot 100, middle of the road everywhere else. A beautiful song on the Tusk album.
Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
Fourth single from the Tango the Night album, This Is Everywhere. It was the 5th single in United Kingdom on March 21st of 88. Song peaked at number 14 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on the AC chart, remaining there for 3 weeks. In the UK, Everywhere peaked at number 4 on the UK singles chart and certified quadruple platinum for sales and streams of over 2.4 million units. Everywhere has also reached number 1 in Belgium and on the Canadian AC chart, while becoming a top 10 hit in several other countries. In March of 2013, after being featured in an advertisement for UK mobile phone provider 3, Everywhere re-entered the UK singles chart, rising to number 15. Absolutely love the song. This is one of my 3 favorites from Tango and the Night. That was a damn good album when you go back and look at it, even though it was the final album that they did together before Lindsey left the band. They had some good stuff on that. That was a very good album. fourth and final single from the Rumors album. This is You Make Lovin' Fun, peaking at number 9 on the Hot 100, giving the album's fourth top 10 hit. The song was inspired by McVie's affair with the band lighting director Curry Grant. To avoid flare-ups, she told her then-husband and fellow bandmate John McVie that the song was about her dog. The song uses descending seconds as a chord progression. In an interview with the New York Post, McVie remarked that she wanted it to be the third U.S. single from the album, but Don't Stop was chosen instead. Every tracking of the song was done, according to McVie, in the absence of Lindsey Buckingham, which gave her the freedom to build the song on her own. Buckingham played rhythm guitar on a Fender Stratocaster. Stevie played the tambourine, and tracking was done with a Rhodes electric piano. John McVie's bass was re-recorded, and Christine dubbed Homer Chevalet parts, which was fed through a wah-wah pedal. McVie struggled to play the clavet in tandem with the wah-wah pedal, so Mick Fleetwood got on the floor and operated the pedal while McVie played the keys. Lindsey Buckingham wanted accented tom-tom beats in the chorus, but Fleetwood was unwilling to try this idea. Instead, Buckingham played the instrument himself. Producer Ken Calvet remarked that Lindsey was the accent king. He could accent with guitars, he could accent with toms, and he could accent with chairs. During the tracking of the background vocals, the producer recalled that Nix and Buckingham were engaged in vicious name-calling. The tape would start rolling, and they'd sing, "You make lovin' fun. Just beautiful two little angels." The tape would stop, and they'd be calling each other names again. They didn't miss a beat. The song is a concert staple for Fleetwood Mac. It was played during every tour, including Christine McVie from 1976 until 1997. A year before her departure from the band and retirement from touring, however, the song was revived for Fleetwood Mac's 2014 and 15 tour when McVie rejoined the band, as well as their 2018 and 19 tour with new members Mike Campbell and Neil Finn. Couple top tens here and there. One number 7 Canada, 9 on the 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, 7 on the Cashbox, middle of the road everywhere else. This is one of their staple corner songs. It's a good song. I like it. From the Mirage album, this is 1982's Hold Me. It was the first track to be released as a single from the band's album. Written by Christine and Robbie Patton, McVie and Lindsey Buckingham share lead vocals on the song. The single reached number 4 on the Hot 100, the band's first to break the top 5 since 1977. According to Fleetwood in his 1990 autobiography, Hold Me was written about McVie's failed relationship with Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. During one of the recording sessions, guitarist Lindsey Buckingham suggested that he and McVie perform Hold Me as a duo similar to Don't Stop. The two vocalists sang their parts with the studio windows open over the Paris countryside. Released in June 1982, in advance of the album itself, the song became one of Fleetwood Mac's biggest hits in the U.S., peaking at number 4 for a then record 7 consecutive weeks, from July of 24 of 82 to September 4th of 82. Potential higher placement was prevented by songs including Eye of the Tiger, Abracadabra, as well as the number 2 peaking of Hurts So Good by John Cougar Mellencamp. Hold Me ranked at number 31 on the Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles for 1982. In the UK, it was released in July of 82, but failed to chart despite respectable publicity. The song was eventually reissued in February of 89 to promote the group's Greatest Hits 88 package with No Questions Asked as the B-side. It reached number 94. Absolutely love the song. Love the video. It takes place out in the desert, and of course mimics the whole album, the Mirage thing. So one of their better videos. I like it. Definitely love this song too. It's great Great song and a great album. The title track from the 1979 double album. This is Tusk. Song peaked at number 8 in the United States for 3 weeks, reaching number 6 in the UK. Number 5 in Canada, and number 3 in Australia. The song's lyrics deal with a frequent theme in Fleetwood Mac songs. The singer suspects his partner being unfaithful, asking, "Why don't you tell me what's going on? Why don't you tell me who's on the phone?" Buckingham wrote the song and is the lead singer on the track. Looking for a title track for the as-yet unnamed album, Mick Fleetwood suggested they take the rehearsals riff that Lindsey Buckingham used for sound checks. Fleetwood recalled that the band played the riff the same way every night with the intention of developing it further in the studio. Producers then created a drum-driven production. Buckingham stated that we found a 15-second section we liked and made a circular loop of 2-inch tape that went across the room. We let it run for 2 minutes and put the song over it. In addition to the standard drum kit, Fleetwood Mac also experimented with different found sounds on the song, including a Kleenex box and lamb chops. Fleetwood Mac originally tried to slap the side of his leg. Excuse me. Try that again. Fleetwood originally tried to slap the side of his leg for a desired percussion effect, but he instead purchased a leg of lamb from the butcher and slapped the food with a spatula. This overdub was ultimately unusable for the final recording. At the request of Mick Fleetwood, the band recruited the University of Southern California's Trojan Marching Band to play on the single. The idea of incorporating a brass band into Tusk came to Fleetwood while he was on vacation in Barfleur. During his time there, Fleetwood was awoken by a local brass band playing outside. Quote, "I saw the entire village dancing in the streets. They were following the band. I grabbed the remainder of my bottle of Bojoras from the night before and went down to join in. That joyous, irresistible cacophony is what I heard when I listened to that loop of the riff." Over 112 members of the USC Marching Band were present on the recording. During a game at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on October 4th, 1980, Buckingham, Nicks, and Fleetwood presented the Trojan Marching Band with a platinum disc for their contribution. Fleetwood's original idea was to recreate the song on a tour every night with a local marching band, but the idea was not used aside from a performance at the LA Forum where the Trojan Marching Band joined Fleetwood Mac on stage. It was complete lunacy with baton twirlers making their way through the audience and these glorious horses galloping at full stride. The song was also performed by the Trojan Marching Band during the recording of their 1997 live album, The Dance. That was a great performance, too. This was a top 10 hit in multiple countries. It didn't hit the top 20 in Belgium, only hit 26 there, 15 in Ireland, 10 in Netherlands, and then it was top 10 everywhere else. And major hits from their album, Tusk, one of their absolute best songs. From the Mirage album, this is Gypsy. The song was written by Stevie Nicks around 1979. The earliest demo recordings were made in early 1980 for possible inclusion for her debut solo album, Belladonna. However, when Nicks' close friend Robin Anderson died of leukemia, the song took a new significance and Nicks held it over for Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy was the second single released on the album and is the second biggest hit from the Mirage album following Hold Me. reaching a peak of number 12 in the Hot 100 for 3 weeks. In 2017, Nix recorded an acoustic version to serve as the theme song for the Netflix drama series Gypsy. Absolutely love the song. Beautiful song. Number 3 on the Canadian AC chart. 9 on the AC chart here in the U.S. 12th on the Hot 100. 4th on the U.S. Rock Tracks chart. Minor hit everywhere else. Absolutely beautiful song. I love this, especially the guitar work at the end here. Let's see if I can find it. This part. Love guitar work from Lindsay. He did a great job on that song.
Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say when they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
Second single worldwide from Rumors. This is Dreams. Song was the third single in the United States in June of '77, while it was released in March in other countries. Stage performance of Dreams is used as a promotional music video. In the U.S., Dreams sold more than 1 million copies, reached the top spot of the Billboard Hot 100, the band's only number 1 single in the country. In Canada, Dreams also reached number 1 on the RPM Top 100 Singles chart. I absolutely love the song. This is their classic vintage Fleetwood Mac. This is their signature song, one of their cornerstones from the Rumors album. What a great song this was.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again.
I can still hear you saying
You will never break the chain. If you don't love me now,
you don't
you
love
will
me.
never love me again.
I can still hear you saying
Never break the chain.
break the chain.
From the Rumors album, this is The Chain. This is the only song on the album with writing credits for all 5 members of the band. The Chain was created from combinations of several previously rejected materials, including solo work from Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks, and Christine McVie. The song was assembled, often manually being spliced tapes with a razor blade at the record plant in California. Following the critical and commercial success of Rumors, The Chain has become a staple of the band's live shows, typically the opening track. It was the opening track for The Dance in 1997. Chart listings, it was for The Dance in 1997. It reached number 51 on the Canadian RPM chart. On the top singles chart, it was 22nd on the rock alternative Canadian chart and number 30 on the mainstream rock track chart in the United States. Originally in the UK, the original version reached number 81 in the UK in 2011. But originally back in the 70s, there's no chart positioning. It's a great song. I love the opener. I love the guitar work. They all did an amazing job on this. Number 4 on my list.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone.
From the Rumors album, this is Don't Stop. Song was sang by Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie, was the single taken from the band's album Rumors. This is one of the band's most enduring hits. Don't Stop was released as the third single from the album, peaking at number 3 on the Hot 100 in October of '77. In the UK, the song followed Go Your Own Way as the second single from the album and peaked at number 32. The Cashbox said Mick Fleetwood and John McVie comprise a deadly rhythm section, especially when they're working with a straight ahead shuffle like this one. The song was the theme song for United States presidential candidate Bill Clinton in his 1992 campaign and was played at the '92 Democratic Convention during its final night balloon drop. Upon winning the election, Clinton persuaded the group to perform the song at his inaugural ball in 1993. Some of Clinton's staff attempted to convince him to pick a more contemporary song. Garth Brooks' We Shall Be Free was previously considered, although Clinton ultimately settled on Don't Stop because of its message. In the aftermath of Don't Stop's 93 performance, Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits album jumped from number 30 to number 11 on the catalog albums chart. At the 2000 convention, Clinton ended his speech by saying, "Keep putting people first, keep putting those bridges, and don't stop thinking about tomorrow." Immediately after the final sentence, the song began playing over the loudspeakers. The song was also played for Clinton's appearances at the 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2016 conventions. Chart positioning: number 1 on the RPM Top Singles chart in Canada, number 1 on the Cashbox, number 3 on the Hot 100, number 5 in the Netherlands, number 6 in Belgium, and then middle of the road everywhere else. Top 3 for me. I love the song. One of their absolute cornerstone best songs.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
From the Tango on the Night album, this is 1987's Little Lies, written by band member Christine McVie and her then husband, Eddie Quintella. Lead vocals primarily by McVie. The chorus features backing vocals from Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. The song was released in August of 1987 by Warner Brothers, and it was the third single from the album. On its release, the single stayed at number 1 for 4 weeks on the Billboard AC charts and number 4 on the Hot 100 in November of 1987. It was the third of 4 U.S. top 20 hits and the highest charting from Tango on the Night. It was the band's last top 10 hit in the U.S. The single also reached number 5 in the U.K., where it has since achieved platinum status. Little Lies continues to be played on radio stations as a classic hit on the late 80s, along with Everywhere and Seven Wonders, both of which are also from Tango on the Night. Little Lies is also accompanied by a music video filmed on a farm in and around its rustic buildings and fields. Cashbox said that McVie's songwriting ability combined with Lindsey Buckingham's production assistance provide an extremely likable hit to be. The Guardian and Paste ranked the song as number 21 and 29th, respectively, on their list of 30 greatest Fleetwood Mac songs. Absolutely love the song. Number 2 on my list. I love the song, but it's not number 1. That one goes to the next track.
You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way.
First single from Rumors. My number 1 Fleetwood Mac song. This is Go Your Own Way. Released in 1976. Both sides of the Atlantic, written and sung by Lindsey Buckingham, became the band's first top 10 hit in the United States. Go Your Own Way has been well received by music critics and was ranked number 120 by Rolling Stone magazine on their list of 500 greatest songs of all time in 2010. Re-ranked at number 401 in 2021. They also ranked the song second on their list of 50 greatest Fleetwood Mac songs. Recorded in 3 separate studios, the track was developed over a period of 4 months. As with most tracks on the Rumors album, none of the instruments were recorded live together. The tracks were instead completed through a series of overdubs. Lyrically, Go Your Own Way is about Buckingham's breakup with bandmate and former lover Stevie Nicks. Absolutely love the song. This is my number 1. Number 1 in Belgium, Netherlands. 2 in Netherlands charts. 4th in South Africa. Middle of the road everywhere else. I absolutely love the song, and I love the guitar work. Lindsey does an amazing job. And that's it for Fleetwood Mac. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I got another one planned next. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's another band from the United Kingdom. And we'll just say that they were a part of the British invasion, and that rivaled the likes of the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. I'm not going to say who it is, but it is a UK band, so I'll let you guys think about that. And next time, I'll unveil who it is. If you like this episode, hit that like button, leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/MNTwins28. You don't have to help, but any help is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out.